Now we have HITI PATHAK among us. Please boost her confidence by giving a huge round of applause. HITI, what I think that beyond the boundaries of traditional subjects lies a world of knowledge waiting to be explored, where passions and potential knows no limit. What are your views apart from traditional subjects? Can other subject be chosen?
Yes, for sure. Well, first of all, a very warm and peaceful morning to all our present out here. I'm HITI PATHAK, an 11th grader math science student. And today, I would like to express my warm gratitude towards our chairman, sir, to provide this opportunity. And by taking this opportunity, I would like to express my heart on the topic that from apart traditional subjects, can other subjects be chosen? Well, as being an high school student, I have felt this, and I can assure that many of us has felt this too. We live in a society that where we are bound to take traditional subjects over the modern ones. We students fear that what might our parents or what might the society think of us. We live in a society that will judge us just upon the subjects we choose. For the students who choose modern subjects over the traditional ones, they call them academically weak. Well, this is not the reason why they choose modern subjects. Every single body has their own options, and every single body doesn't want to be a doctor or a scientist or an engineer. While I am a classical Kathak dancer, I wanted to be a scientist, that's why I choose maths and science. But I know many of my friends who wants to be a fashion designer or anything else, and they are born to choose maths or bio. Why is that so? Why do people think that traditional subjects are the only options? Well, back in 19s or any of the time, there were only people choose traditional subjects just because their employment rates were much higher in that subjects, and many people thought that the students who take science or maths are analytical and have problem-solving abilities. But despite of these things, now we have many of us who have took commerce or humanities rather than those traditional subjects. And I can assume or I can assure you that they are more capable from the math science students. I know many of my friends who have scored better than me. My friends who score 98, 95, and they are in commerce or humanities. Why is that so that we have thought that only the students who are capable enough of 90 and 95 are the only ones who are the basic needs of our society, and they are the only one who can make our future bright? Why? Just think on this, please. And coming forward, despite all of this, there are few students who want to choose their own majors, but they are forced by the society. They are forced because society has dual mentality. They have different mentality for the students who take traditional subjects and for the students who take modern subjects. For the students who take traditional subjects, they think that they are the only hope for our nation. And for the students who take modern subjects, they are nothing but a failure. Why? Why is that so? Who doesn't know Mr. Kumar Mangalam Bella? The word Bella has such an important impact on our heart. And well, he's a commerce student. He is an MBA from Mumbai University. Isn't he a successful person? Isn't he from another stream? Well, he is. And there are many more successful persons who are from other streams rather than maths or science. Now coming forward, I have seen this, that now let's come on the topic that why we students take modern subjects over the traditional ones. As by the growing population, there aren't enough jobs that can provide us employment. And as I said before, not everybody wants to be an engineer or a scientist. Somebody wants to be a CA or a dancer or a poet. And not every subject and not every employment has to be involved in the science or commerce stream. If you want to be a poet, you don't need to have a knowledge of science or maths. And if you want to be a painter, you don't have to have the knowledge of humanities or something like that. Then why do we force our students to take science and maths or commerce or any other subjects? And when coming Well, can we choose other subjects over the traditional ones? Well, yes, we can and we should. People think that the traditional subjects are the only hope, but I don't think so. Traditional subjects are somehow lacking behind to fulfill the requirements of this modern society. And that is where the modern subject have took over and they're completing the desired wish of ours. There are many assumptions made by the society. People think that the students who have chosen maths or science are the only one who can be the better ones. And the one who have chosen commerce or humanities are the ones who are academically very weak and just a failure. But to be honest, I know many of the commerce student, and this is the reality. A commerce student can bring up the double amount of a tech student. Well, there's a thing which all of us have listened. Why are you choosing commerce? Does that even have a success rate? Well, yes. Every subject has a success rate, and that success depends on the person, not on the stream we choose. Every person has that mindset. I don't care if I'm a science student, I don't care if I'll be succeeded. What if my friend who is just an average student and she has taken commerce and she'll be successful one day? I can't say that I'm a math student, then yes, for sure I'll be succeeded. It just depends on the mentality we have. The willingness of a person is something which will make you go on the toppest height. And success is something in which you have to choose your own path. Success doesn't depend on the subject we choose. If you work hard on the right path, then for sure you will be succeeded. And one of the most important question, which stream is better one? Maths, bio, or commerce or humanities? Well, I can assume that many of us sitting right over here have their parents said, why are you choosing commerce? You should go in maths, you are good in that. Well, why are you choosing humanities? Do you want to be a failure just by the society? Well, no. Every subject has its own advantage and every subject has its own disadvantages. Now let's talk about the way that how we can promote the modern subjects in our schools. There are mainly two reasons why we students lag behind to choose other subjects over than traditional ones. That is, first, the judgmental society we live in. We are bounded by the society that if you don't take science, you are just a failure. And if you don't take any other subjects rather than the modern ones, you can do nothing. There are parents who think that what will my child do if he or she doesn't be a doctor or an engineer or a scientist? And there comes our schools who doesn't teach the students how to make the right career decision. We are just a teenager. How would we know what is right for us or what is wrong for us? We need our schools, our teachers with us to come and tell us that this is right for you and this is wrong for you. And there are a few ways I think that can help our schools or help us to promote the ways to choose modern subjects. First is that we should have career counseling in our schools. Career counseling is something which can give us a brief description about all the subjects, and because of which we'll get more knowledge about of other subjects rather than other ones. And when schools introduce any of the new subjects, they shall also include our parents in this well, because our parents are our whole soul, and they should also know what do we want to do. Well, thank you all for being all your ears. Thank you so much.